HCAM programming is supported by our viewers, thank you, and by Phipps Insurance Agency, representing companies such as MapFree Insurance. Their family-owned independent agency is deeply rooted in the communities they serve and offer time-tested insurance products to fit individual needs. Since 1950, Phipps Insurance specializes in home, auto, business, condo, and renters insurance. Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's edition of HCAM News. I'm HCAM News Director Tom Nappy, here to fill you in with what's happening in Hopkinton. On today's edition of HCAM News, we have some of the latest scenes from the Hopkinton Parks and Recreation Concerts on the Common series, as well as some school updates. But first, Evan Bishop, the new Hopkinton school superintendent, attended his first school committee meeting as school superintendent and gave an update. Evan Bishop was previously the Hopkinton High School principal, and now he is the school superintendent. Evan recently attended his first school committee meeting as school superintendent and gave an update.
Throughout the course of the year, I would like to do kind of updates on each building between school committee meetings so everybody knows what's going on. Obviously, this time of year, there's not a ton happening in the summer before our next meeting, but we do have a few. I'll start at Elmwood. They have an open house and a scavenger hunt on August 12th. It'll be two different sessions, one from 8:30 to 11, one from 1:30 to 4. Families and students have the opportunity to do a self-guided tour to meet the administrators, the counselors, and we're hoping to see as many Elmwood families as possible. Next, Hopkins has their family information night on the 13th of August at 7 p.m. over Google Meet. Also, the building, and I know we're going to talk a little bit about construction shortly, but is on schedule to open for staff only on the 19th. On that date, it'll no longer be considered a construction site, but construction activities will be wrapping up, so we'll need to be flexible and work together. We'll have an update at our next school committee meeting about the project and what school will look like for our opening day for our Hopkins kiddos and staff from our construction partners. And then the last...
Tremendous amount of work going on there this summer.
Yeah, tremendous, yeah. Yeah, I was at a meeting this morning, toured the building a few times, so there's a lot of work going on. Everybody seems to be doing what they need to be doing, so we're moving in the right direction, which is great. And then the last update is kind of a pre-K to 12 across the district. We had nearly 80 educators participate in a two-day professional development following the last day of school that was run by Mr. Lebrad, entitled Breaking Barriers. The presenter was Dr. Claudia Rinaldi from Lesley University, and the PD focused on the intersectionality of dually identified students, those who have needs, as well as English language learners. The initial feedback that we got from staff was very positive, and we look forward to continuing that work ahead together. And we'll wrap up with the top of the hill spotlight. I want to take a moment to talk a little bit about a group that is outstanding. This is going to be something I plan to bring to my superintendent reports each week. And tonight I'm highlighting the extended year program, ESY. It's been incredible to see the level of engagement, care, support provided to the students over the summer. A big thank you to Ashley Smirlis and our entire ESY staff for their dedication and hard work. They've created a meaningful and joyful experience for our students. You can see some photos there. We have yoga in the top left. We have some mindfulness in the bottom, bowling, as well as a birthday party. In our next slide, it shows the staffs at both the high school and Marathon School. That's where the ESY programs are. So we can't thank them enough for all of their efforts. And I also wanted to put in a plug that we have our ESY traditional family social event on July 30th at 11 at Marathon School, where there'll be fun activities, pizza, and ice cream for all. So looking forward to that. And just on a personal note, I want to thank everyone from central office, Ms. Rothermick, Mr. Lebrad, the rest of the central office, families, staff, community members for their support and kindness as I've transitioned into this role. I appreciate the grace that people have showed me, and I'm excited to get to work. So thank you, and that's the superintendent's report.
The Elementary School Building Committee recently met to discuss the Charleswood School project, and some good news was shared as Vertex project manager Chris Eberly stated that the overall cost for the project is approximately $31 million lower than expected.
And so what is before you tonight is a significantly lower overall total project construction cost of $103,685,224 versus the original construction budget of about $124 million. So significantly below where we thought this construction would ultimately be, which is a great result for the town. When you look at that in terms of what remains available as we begin to check these things off the list and come to agreement on them, we're looking at about almost $31.5 million that remains available to address anything that comes up.
Also discussed was a motion to proceed with negotiations for Hayden Row improvements for the Charleswood School project.
So overall, we're in a very good place. So we opened the bid on 7/10. There is a MassDOT certification process that occurs following a street improvement bid because we did MassDOT certified low or pre-qualified low bidders. So we're currently in that certification process. We were hoping it would be complete by today, but it has not. So any award that we vote on this evening would be contingent upon the low bidders being certified. The low bidder was J.H. Lynch and Sons. As you can see, the top three bidders were actually in a very, very tight bid spread. So we think that these are really good results for the town. Both Vertex and VHB have had good results with Lynch in the past. So we think it's a qualified contractor, and we expect them to come away as the lowest certified bidder. So tonight we would be looking for a motion to accept the bid of J.H. Lynch and Sons in the amount of $1,415,224 and to authorize award of the construction contract for Hayden Row street improvements to them following successful contract negotiations, as well as certification by DCAM, certification by MassDOT.
You can view the full Elementary School Building Committee meeting at our YouTube channel or on our website, hcam.tv. The Hopkinton Parks and Recreation Concerts on the Common series is in full swing. Here's a look at the latest performance, which you could catch airing on HCAM. In week 2 of the Hopkinton Parks and Recreation Commission Concerts on the Common series, the Roy Scott Big Band filled the town common with some great tunes. Here's a look. sure to check out the Parks and Recreation Concerts on the Common series, and if you can't make it in person, you can watch the performances airing on HCAM. Hopkinton student Daria Mehta helped lead Hopkinton Middle School to 2 chess state championships and recently won the Spiegel Cup to earn the right to represent Massachusetts at the National Chess Championship.
I won the state championship a few months ago, so I'll be going to the Nationals end of July.
We recently talked with the chess champ and some of the others involved with the Hopkinton chess programs.
Hello, my name is Daria Mehta.
Hi, my name is Myra.
Hi, my name is Avian.
I'm Manish, their dad.
I've been playing chess for 6 years.
I was playing chess for at least 2 years.
I was playing chess for 1 year, but at least less than 2 years.
Manish, do you play chess as well?
I used to play, but I don't win from them these days. So I have started playing chess at least. So I just take them to the tournaments.
The chess program at Hopkinton Middle School continues to grow, and some of those involved encourage other students of all ages to get involved in the game.
I just like chess because it's a fun game.
It's like a really fun game. People should get involved, but not only because they like it, it's also because it's good, helps strengthen your mind, and there's so many possibilities. There's a lot of thinking, and it helps with patience. And there are many ways to get involved. There's a chess club at the Hopkinton Library, and there's many chess camps and chess tournaments, and those are some of the ways people can get involved.
I think as a parent, I feel the chess actually brings a lot of patience in kids. That is definitely one quality which is very important as they grow up. And that's where I think the chess has been quite helpful for them too. They started playing chess, like Mara mentioned, a year and a half ago. And since then, the way to engage in chess is they started playing online through chess.com, which was more readily available. But then once they actually created a little more proficiency, and then they started going for competitions like USCF competitions, which are mostly being organized by Massachusetts Chess Association. Someone can actually go into their website, look at the tournaments which are happening, and then actually enroll for them. And every time they play, they win, and their ratings go up. It's not an easy way to just get the high ratings because it's a very competitive. There are a lot of kids especially in the mass area, who are playing. So it's a pretty good thing. Sometimes you lose, sometimes you win, and just accepting the lose is so important also, and that's also being part of any other game. So they have been looking through those competitions. Both of them play now. Both of them are USCF focused as well. Yeah.
If you don't know the game of chess and want to learn, there's resources and clubs at Hopkinton Middle School, the high school, and Hopkins.
Yeah, I think there's a chess club at the middle school, and there's also, I'm pretty sure there's one also at the high school. So that's also another way kids can get involved. And at Hopkins, there's a Chess Wizards after-school program.
The reason why these guys have started chess, especially both of my kids, a lot of credit goes to Dharya. I still remember the day when he actually came to tell them about chess, and then before the first USCF competition, just coming back to home, giving them some pep talk on what are the best practices, what you should do, what you should not do actually. Keep your composure there. Look at the options. So all the tips which he gave that day one, and since then continuity, like how the chess has been coming along, and just checking in around what is happening in chess. You should go for these competitions that would actually grow up your rating. So kudos to him for being not just inspiration for the community, for people who are interested in playing chess, but also keep doing it on an ongoing and persistent basis. Definitely is a state championship, and definitely the impact which he's trying to bring in by encouraging small kids like these two is very inspirational. So thanks to him.
The group encourages you to learn to play, have fun competing, and perhaps bring Hopkinton some more chess championships. We are going to take a quick time out on this edition of HCAM News. A whole lot more ahead. Don't go anywhere.
HCAM is supported by our viewers. Thank you. and by the Hopkinton Independent newspaper and online news site. The newspaper reaches 100% of the homes and businesses in town, and the website is updated daily with exclusive Hopkinton content. Readers can receive a daily newsletter and breaking news alerts via email.
We're backstage at HCAM.
We're all set up and ready to go.
Here at the beautiful Hopkinton Country Club at Elmwood School. What are we doing today?
Playoff softball, round of 32.
The Elmwood School International Night. Pillars girls golf team.
Fire and EMS related topics.
And we're going to be filming the last match of the season.
Should be a good game.
Keep an eye out for that.
Welcome back to HCAM News. This past March was a busy month around town. A whole lot of happenings occurred. Right now, we take a look back to March of this year. Longtime Hopkinton volunteer and member of the Chamber of Commerce, Tim Kilduff recently retired from the Chamber of Commerce. Tim was honored for his extensive service at a ceremony in January.
The irony was not lost to me, basically, as the anchor of our coverage on Channel 4, when I would throw to the truck and talk to Tim Kilduff about what's going on in the race, and you'd make something up about, I'm not sure you ever saw it, but you'd make it up and it sounded really good, and such and such has the lead, and they look like they're getting tired. How would you know? But that's all right. You sold it, and that's what television was all about, and you were great.
For over 30 years, Tim, you've dedicated yourself to the Hopkinton Chamber of Commerce. I spent 15 of those 13 years working alongside you. For those 15 years, I can say without any doubt that Tim's contribution has been extraordinary.
It all came together, as Tim's projects often do, and in hindsight, while it was amazingly stressful, it was satisfying in the end. And as usual for a Tim project, it provided a benefit to the town, filling a void that others didn't even see existed.
Tim is a legend for our town. I am a big fan of what he does, his passion, his energy, his dedication for marathon, for our town. He's a great advocate for Hopkinton and a great example of community service, community leadership.
Thank you, Tim, for your long tenure with the Chamber of Commerce and for your partnership with the town of Hopkinton all these years. Really appreciated working with you, and best wishes for the future.
Going to miss your guidance and certainly your counsel. The biggest thing that I would take away has been your friendship and how much I appreciated having you as a friend. So thank you for all that you've done. I hope that you have a wonderful time pursuing the shovel in the ground at the new International Marathon Center, and I will look forward to seeing you soon, my friend.
Tim and others have put together a video to the song by Kenny Chesney, Back Where I Come From. And it was a really nice song, and the video was all the different pictures and sights and sounds of Hopkinton. And as I watched the video, I was thinking to myself, and I got a little tear in my eye, this is a beautiful video put together by Tim, again, doing something fabulous for the town. But every project in the video was something that Tim had his finger on.
I would suggest that without Tim, there would be no 26.2 Foundation. Without Tim, there would be no Stylianis Kirikiti statue near Western Nurseries. Without Tim, there would be no George V. Brown statue on the Common. There would be no Hoyt statue at Center School. There would be no soon-to-come Bobby Gibbs statue at the corner of Main and Hayden Row. We would not be sister cities with Marathon Greece or Xiamen China. We would have no Athens, Greece Marathon Eternal Flame installed at the police station. We would not have had that spectacular 2500th marathon celebration in 2010, and there would be no soon-to-come International Marathon Center, and there probably would not be even a Chamber of Commerce. So,
in recognition of your 30 years with the Hopkinton Chamber of Commerce, your dedication to the Boston Marathon, your presidency of the 26.2 Marathon Foundation, and everything else Hopkinton Athletic Association related, we want to present you with this from the BAA in recognition of your service. Thank you so much.
But the vision of his 26.2 foundation and the possibility of an international marathon center here in this town of Hopkinton is a vision that can definitely bring marathon in Greece closer to all of you. And therefore, it's a vision worth exploring and supporting. Every end is a new beginning. Tim, thank you, and congratulations. Simeon Tigos, Consul General of Greece in Boston.
In recognition of your many years of service leading the Hopkinton Chamber of Commerce and your great impact on businesses and the entire community, and be it known further that the Mass Senate extends best wishes for continued success. And this is citation is entered into this record of the Senate and signed by me as your state senator and by me as Senate President. Congratulations, and with the applause.
Tim, on behalf of the Hopkinton community, we thank you. Thank you for your decades of leadership, your vision, and for your unwavering dedication to our town. Your legacy is one of connection, growth, and above all, heart. We wish you all the best in your next chapter. Congratulations, and thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
View the entirety of the ceremony airing on HCAM or at our YouTube page. Battle of the Badges brought together police and fire departments from around the state to raise money for the Michael Lisnow Respite Center. Here's a look.
When we put it together, we thought we'd have 5 or 6 teams, or maybe a few more. We have 16 towns represented here today.
And again, we're hearing from Sharon Lisnow and Mary McCleany, founders and directors at the Respite Center, and they're flanked by Wendy Sousa, assistant director and co-marathon coordinator for the Michael Lisnow Respite Center.
But they don't guys just don't run for us. You answer the call when we need the help, and that's something that we will always, always be forever grateful for. When you all show up we absolutely are counting on you, and you've never. Okay. All right. I would like to introduce this year's first responder that's running for us, Connor Sales. Last year, Marathon Day, Connor said to me, I think I want to run next year. So when it came time for him, I said, are you in? He's like, I don't know. So Johnny brought him down to the Respite Center. He went up to see our child program, our Birth to 3 program. One of the little kids wrapped his arms around Connor's neck. He looked at me and he goes, okay, I'm in. That was all that it took. And he's been volunteering once a week for us on his day off, just to come in and hang with us and play with us and have fun. And we're so excited to support him in his fundraising, and we're excited to see him Marathon Day. So thank you, Connor.
But okay, we're underway. Game 1 of the 2025 Boston Marathon kickoff event, and I think we already have an illegal throw.
Yes, we did. He wasn't behind the live line.
Yep, got to touch back once you grab the ball. There's a block.
We're down to 1.
5 on 1, and he goes down.
Very quick round of dodgeball. That's how you take care of business right there.
The ones are easy to catch, so if you're going to miss, you want to kind of miss low.
It's harder for you to avoid a throw with your feet than with your hands. A juggling catch by Milford. Hopkinton down to 3, I believe. Make it 4. I was screened.
Screened by that huge service dog.
Shots.
Milford, got to be careful. They were bunched up there for a moment. You don't want to make too big a target. Several good blocks by the big Auburn guy, but he gets knocked out. The block did touch his hand, so he is out. Auburn down to 1. This could be a huge upset, guys.
Be a big comeback.
Oh.
Wow.
And it is. Milford hangs on for the win, knocking down the heavily favored Auburn team.
Oh,
wow.
leaned right
there.
into it.
Yeah. So Misfits down to their last player.
But all the balls.
Okay.
So 1-on-3.
He just knocked out one.
Shanks one.
Oh,
good.
Wow. That's quite a dive. He's got to get up.
Oh.
Can't recover.
That was some Matrix stuff there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Coming into effect again. Ball don't lie. They win once again.
Ladies and gentlemen, your police department dodgeball champions, Natick Police Department.
Natick
is the champion.
There you go. That was the great team.
Natick.
Congratulations to Natick.
Oh, they're saying he's out.
They're just firing
They're down to
ball
one.
after ball. Good jump. Uh-oh. That's a position you don't want to be in. You don't want to be backpedaling.
Making himself a small target.
Yep.
Took out somebody on the back line there, but he dropped the catch, and that's the game.
Tournament game over.
It's now time to tell you about some happenings in town you should know about. Right now on your screen is the lineup for the Hopkinton Parks and Recreation 2025 Concerts on the Common Series. If you can't make it in person, don't forget you could always watch on HCAM. The concerts take place on Sundays at 5 p.m. at the Hopkinton Town Common. Upcoming town government meetings include on August 5th, we'll have the Select Board meeting at 6 p.m. live on HCAM. And also August 4th, we have the Planning Board meeting at 7 p.m. live on HCAM TV. To view all upcoming town government meetings, head over to hcam.tv/gov. Or for more information, you can head over to the town website at hopkintonma.gov. Believe it or not, we are out of time for this edition of HCAM News, but don't worry, next Wednesday at 6:30 p.m., we'll be back. For everyone at HCAM, I'm Tom Nappy. As always, we thank you for watching. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.